Welcome once again to Shabest online tutorial. So on the board here we have Jamb 2021 past question and answer, and this is question number 1 in Jamb 2021. So and the question read, solve the following equation, and we are provided this available option. So let us start solving. So this is my equation. So the first thing we need to do is to rearrange this equation. We are going to combine the like term. So we are going to move this and meet this 2 over 2r minus 1. Then we take this constant to the other side of the equation. So we are going to have 2 over 2r minus 1. Then taking this to meet this is positive, is going to change to negative 1 over r plus 2, which is equal to, and this is negative 5 over 3 is going to cross this equality sign, is going to be positive 5 over 3. So the next thing we need to do is to find the LCM of this left hand side, and the LCM is the product of these two brackets. So the LCM will be 2r minus 1 then multiply by r plus 2. So if you divide this two brackets divided by this, 2r minus 1 will cancel 2r minus 1. It will remain only r plus 2. And r plus 2 multiplied by 2. 2 multiplied by r is going to give me 2r. And 2 multiplied by 2 is going to give me 4. So we are going to have 2r plus 4. Then minus. If you use these two products to divide by this r plus 2, this r plus 2 will cancel this r plus 2. So we have left with 2r minus 1. Then 2r minus 1 multiplied by 1, it will also give me 2r minus 1, which is equal to 5 over 3. So the next thing we are going to, let us open this bracket first. So we are going to have a 2r plus 4. Remember, this negative is going to affect each sign in this bracket. So I go to negative multiplied by 2r is going to give me negative 2r. Then negative multiplied by negative 1 is going to give me positive 1. Then over 2r minus 1. Then multiply by r plus 2, which is equal to 5 over 3. So the next thing we are going to do, if you look at the numerator here, we have 2r and negative 2r. So this can cancel this. So in the numerator, we are left with only 4 plus 1, which is equal to 5. Then 5 over 2r minus 1 multiplied by r plus 2, which is equal to 5 over 3. And remember, in equation, the left hand side must be equal to the right hand side. If you look at the numerator, 5 here is equal to this 5, which means that the whole of this must be equal to 3. So what we are going to do, we are going to equate this to 3, then we find the value of our r. So we are going to have a 2r minus 1, then multiply by r plus 2 is equal to 3 from the denominator. Since the numerator, they are equal. So the next thing we are going to do is to expand this bracket. So we are going to have a 2r multiplied by r is going to give me 2r squared. Then 2r multiplied by 2 is going to give me positive 4r. Then negative 1 multiplied by r is going to give me negative r, which is 1r. Then negative 1 multiplied by 2 is going to give me negative 2, which is equal to 3. So we are going to have a 2r squared plus 4r minus r is going to give me positive 3r. Then this 3 is positive here. It's going to cross to meet this constant here. It will be negative. So we are going to have negative 2, negative 3. So it's going to cross. It will be negative 3 is equal to 0. So negative 2, negative 3 is going to give me negative 5, which is equal to 0. If you look at this equation, this is quadratic equation. So let's use factorization method to find the value of r. And in factorization method, what you do, just open two brackets, multiply them with each other and equate it to 0. Write r here because we are looking for the value of r. Then, since leading coefficient is not 1, leading coefficient is 2. We are going to use this 2 to multiply by the constant here. 2 multiplied by negative 5 is going to give me negative 10. Then you think of a number when you add them, you get this middle coefficient 3, and when you multiply them, you get 10. So you tick very fast because this is Jamb. So, and the number is going to be -2 and +5. So when you say -2 plus 5 is going to give me +3, and when you say -2 multiplied by 5 is going to give me -10. So the number is -2 and 5. Then you now say -2 then +5. So the next thing we are going to do is to divide these two numbers by 2, which is the leading coefficient. So we are going to have -2 divided by 2, then 5 divided by 2. We are going to have a negative r minus -2 divided by 2 is going to give me -1. So in this place, we are going to have a, and remember, when two brackets is multiply each other and is equal to 0, it's either one of them is equal to 0 or the second one is equal to 0. So we are going to have r minus 2 divided by 2 is to be 1 is equal to 0, or r plus 5 divided by 2 is cancelled. We write our 5 divided by 2, which is equal to 0. So r now will be equal to, taking this negative r to the other side of this equation to become positive, or r will be equal to taking this to the other side of the equation to be -5/2. Therefore, the value of my r is +1 and -5/2. And if you look at our option B have +1, then -5/2. So this is the correct answer. But this is question number 2. And the question read, in how many ways can 2 students be selected from a group of 5 students in a debating competition? So whenever you hear selection, it means combination. So this question, 5 students in a group of 5 students, we are selecting 2 students out of this group of 5 students. So this implies 5 combination 2. And the formula used to calculate combination is given as, we have n combination r is equal to n factorial all over n minus r factorial, then r factorial, where our n is equal to 5, then our r is 2. So we are going to have 5 combination 2 is equal to n factorial will be 5 factorial, then over 5 minus r, which is 2 factorial, all factorial, then multiply by 2 factorial. So let us simplify this. We are going to have 5 factorial is the same as 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, then over, inside this bracket we have 5 minus 2, it will give me 3, then 3 multiplied by factorial, it will give me 3 factorial, and 3 factorial imply 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, then multiply by this 2 factorial, it implies 2 multiplied by 1. So in this case, 3 times 2, it will give me 6. Then 6 multiplied by 1, it will also give me 6. So from this 2 to 1 will cancel from this 3 to 1. Then 2 multiplied by 1, it will give me 2. Then 2 into 4, it will go 2 times. So we have left with only 5 multiplied by 2, which is equal to 10. So we have 10 ways of selecting 2 students from 5 group of students in a debating competition. So the right answer here is option B. So this is question number 3, Jamb 2021. And the question read, what is the rate change of the volume of hemisphere with respect to its radius, where r is equals to 2? This r here implies radius, and we are given this available option. So let's start solving. Remember, the formula to calculate the volume of a hemisphere is given as, we have volume of hemisphere is equal to 2 over 3 pi radius cube. So this is the formula to calculate the volume of hemisphere. And what this question implies, since they say what is the rate change, so we are going to find the derivative of this formula with respect to its radius, with respect to r. R here implies the radius. So we are going to differentiate this formula dv this V means volume of this hemisphere. So we are going to have the V with respect to the radius is equal to, if you want to differentiate this using power rule, remember this power here is going to multiply the coefficient here, which is 2 over 3. Then we keep pi constant, then we take away 1 from the power of r. Remember our power rule of differentiation. So we are going to have 3 multiplied by 2 over 3. If you multiply 3 by 2, it will give me 6. Then 6 divided by 3 is going to give me 2. Then we keep pi constant. Then we take away 1 from the power. So it will be 2. So this is the rate change of the volume of hemisphere with respect to its radius. And the question went further to say where radius is equal to 2. So what we need to do here is to substitute 2 anywhere we see radius in this our derivative. So we are going to have 2 multiplied by pi, then this radius will be 2, and remember radius is raised to the power of 2. So we are going to have 2 raised to the power of 2 is going to give me 4. So we are going to have 2 pi multiplied by 4. So 4 multiplied by 2 pi is going to give me 8 pi. So this is the final answer. And if you check our option, A is 8 pi. So therefore, A is the correct answer here. Thanks for. So this is question number 4. And the question read, determine the maximum value of y is equal to 3x squared plus 5x minus 3. So this is a question and this is the available option in the question. So let's solve this question. We're asked to determine the maximum value of this quadratic equation. If you look at this equation, it's a quadratic equation. And the formula used to calculate the maximum value of this equation, we are going to have y is equal to 4ac then minus b square then over 4 multiplied by a. So this is the formula. And from this equation, our leading coefficient, which is 3. So my a implies 3. Then my b implies the coefficient of s, which is 5. Then my c is the constant, which is a negative 3. So let's substitute this to the formula. So we are going to have y will be equal to 4 multiplied by, in place of a is going to be 3, then multiply by c, which is negative 3, then minus b square, which is, what is my b? My b is 5, so we are going to have 5 square, then over 4 multiplied by a, which is 3. So we have successfully substituted into this formula. So let's went further and simplify. 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. Then 12 multiplied by negative 3 is going to give me negative 36. Then minus 5 square mean 5 multiplied by 5, it's going to give me 25. Then over 4 multiplied by 3 is going to give me 12, which is equal to negative 36 minus negative 36 negative 25 is going to give me negative 61, then over 12. So if you divide this, we are going to have negative 5.083. So this is our final answer. So if you look at the option, there is no any negative in the option. So the correct option is going to be no correct option, which is option D. So this is the correct answer. This is question number 5. And the question read, a trapezium has two parallel sides of length 5 cm and 9 cm. If the area is 91 cm square, find the distance between the parallel side. And we have given this available option A to D. So let's solve. So remember, we are asked to find the distance between the parallel side and the area is given. And remember, the area of a trapezium and the area is denoted as capital A, which is equal to 1 over 2 multiplied by the sum of 2 sides, then multiply by the height. So this is the formula. We are asked to calculate the distance between the parallel side. This is what we are asked to look for, which is the height. A height is the distance from this 5 cm to 9 cm. So from the question, my area of this trapezium is given as 91 cm cube. So my area is going to be 91 cm cube. then we should be equal to 1 over 2, and the sum of two sides, we have 5 centimeter and 9 centimeter, and summation means plus addition. So we are going to have a 5 centimeter plus 9 centimeter, then multiply by h. So we are going to make this h the subject of the formula. This is the distance, the height from 5 centimeter to 9 centimeter. So we are going to have 91 will be equal to 5 plus 9 is going to give me 14. Then 1 multiplied by 14 is still 14. Then 14 divided by 2, it will be 7. Then 7 multiplied by h is going to give me 7h. So to get the value of h, we are going to divide both sides of this equation by 7. So that this 7 will cancel this 7. So 91 divided by 7 is going to give me 13, will be equal to h. Therefore, my h is equal to 13 centimeter. So if you look at our option A is the correct answer, which is 13 centimeter. This is question number 6, which read, find the value of P if the line which passed through this point, -1, -P, and the second point is -2, 2, is parallel to the line 2y plus 8s minus 17 is equal to 0. And we are given this available option A to D. So let us solve and pick the correct answer. So the first thing you need to know, if two lines are parallel, they must have the same slope. So the first thing we need to do, let us rearrange this equation and make y the subject of the formula. So my equation, we have 2y is plus 8s minus 17 is equal to 0. To make y the subject of the formula, we are going to have 2y will be equal to, we are going to transfer everything here to the other side of the equation. This 8s will be negative 8s, then this negative 17 will cross over, it will be positive 17. So the next thing for us to do is to divide both sides of this equation by 2, so that this in the left hand side 2 will cancel 2, so we have left with y, which is equal to negative 8 divided by 2, it will give me negative 4s, then plus 17 over 2. So remember our equation of the line. If you have y will be equal to ms plus c. So from here, if you look at this equation, its equivalence is the same form with this. So the value of my m here now will be equal to, which is the coefficient of s, is -4. So and remember, you have y2 minus y1 over s2 minus s1 is equal to m, and my m is -4 already. To get my y2, if you look at this point A, we have s1 y1, then point 2 is s2 y2. So let's substitute this into this equation. So my y2 is 2, then minus y1, which is a minus p. So negative and negative, it will give me positive. Then over s2. Where's my s2? This is my s2. My s2 is -2. Then my s1, which is a -1. So from the formula, we have another constant negative. Then -1. So negative multiplied by negative, it will give me +1, which is equal to m. And remember, my m is -4. So from here, we can cross multiply. So 1 multiplied by the whole of this, it will give me 2 plus p will be equal to -2 plus 1 is going to give me -1, and -1 multiplied by -4 is going to give me +4. So my p now will be equal to 4. Taking this 2 to the other side of the equation, it will be -2. So my p now will be equal to 4 minus 2 is going to give me 2. So from our option, D is 2. D is the correct option here. Come to question number 8. And the question number 8 read, find the derivative of the function y is equal to 2s squared, open bracket, 2s minus 1 at point s is equal to -1. And we have provided this available option. So let's solve. So my function y is equal to 2s squared, open bracket, 2s minus 1 at s is equal to -1. We are asked to find the derivative of this function. So if you look at this function, this is product rule, but because of time, since it's Jamb, we are not going to use product rule here. What we are going to do is to expand this bracket, then we differentiate. So my y now will be equal to 2s squared multiplied by 2s is going to give me 4s to the power of 3. Then 2s squared multiplied by negative 1 is going to give me negative 2s squared. So we are successfully open the bracket. So the next thing we are going to do here is to differentiate this function with respect to s. So we have dy over ds will be equal to, remember your power rule in derivative. So we are going to use this 3 to multiply by 4, then we take away 1 from the 3. So 3 multiplied by 4 is going to give me 12s. Then take away 1 from the 3, it will remain 2. Then minus 2 multiplied by 2 is going to give me 4. Then s, take away 1 from the 2, it will be 1. Okay, 4s is the same as 4 raised to the power of 1. So, and the question says at point s is equal to negative 1. So we have at point s is equal to negative 1. This implies anywhere we see s, we are going to replace it as negative 1. So we are going to have 12. In place of s, it will be negative 1 square, then minus 4 multiplied by negative 1. Negative 1 square, it will give me positive 1, because negative 1 multiplied by negative 1, negative will cancel negative, and 1 multiplied by 1, it will be 1. Then 1 multiplied by 12, it will give me 12. Then minus 4 multiplied by minus 1, it will give me positive 4, because negative multiplied by negative is a positive. Then 12 plus 4 is going to give me 16. Therefore, my final answer is 16. And if you check, 16 is in option B. So therefore, the correct answer is B. Continue from question number 9. And the question read, correct 241.34 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 10 to the power of negative 3 all squared to 4 significant figure. And we have given this available option A to D. So let us solve and pick the correct answer. So we have 241.34. So the first thing we need to do is to simplify inside this bracket. So if you have 3 multiplied by 10 to raised to the power of negative 3, it implies that 10 multiplied by this 10 to the power of negative 3 is the inverse. If you have negative power, means inverse. So we have 1 over 10 to the power of 3. So 10 to the power of 3 is equivalent to 1,000. 10 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 8 to give me 1,000. So we are going to have 3 over 1,000. So inside this bracket will be 3 over 1,000, then all square. So the first thing we need to do is to first open this bracket, then we multiply our answer with this. So we can, calculator is allowed in Jamb because there's calculator on your desktop. So what we are going to do is 3 divided by 1,000. We divide 3 by 1,000. So then we square it. Because of this square from the answer, then we square it. It will give us this. Then we multiply by 241.34. So it's going to give me 0. My answer will be 0.0021726. So this is my answer. But remember, the question says we should correct it to 4 significant figure. So after 0, the number you see is our significant figure. So we are going to have 0.004 significant. We are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 2, 1, 7, then 2, because this is not up to 5, so we cannot approximate. So this is to 4 significant figure. So the answer, my correct answer is going to be 0.002172. So option D is the correct answer. Thanks for watching. Continue from question number 10. So, and the question number 10 read, find the mean deviation of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let us solve. And the mean deviation is denoted as MD. So the formula is given as absolute value of summation of S minus S bar all over N. So first thing we need to do is to get our S bar, and S bar is noted as this, which is equal to summation of S over N. So we're going to sum all this number here divided by N. N means how many terms are in this number. So we're going to have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, then over 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 number, which should be equal to 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 4, and 4 plus 4, 3 plus 3 is 6, then 6 plus 4 is equal to 10 over 4, which is the same as 2.5. So my S bar is 2.5. So let's substitute into the formula. So my MD, mean deviation, will be equal to S. Remember, each of this number is S1, S2, S3, down to S4. So we are going to pick the first S. We have S, which is a 1. So we have absolute value of 1, then minus, the formula have minus is constant from the formula, minus S bar, which is 2.5, then plus absolute value of 2 minus 2.5, then plus absolute value of 3 minus 2.5, then plus the last one, which is a absolute value of 4 minus 2.5. Absolutely. Then everything all over N, which is my N is equal to 4 here. So my mean deviation will be equal to, remember, absolute value. When you have a negative number, the absolute value of a negative number is going to be positive. Then 1 minus 2.5 is going to give me negative 1.5, but because of this absolute value, it will change to positive 1.5. Then plus 2 minus 2.5 is negative 0.5, but it will change to 0.5. Then plus 3 minus 2.5 is to give me 0.5. Then plus 4 minus 2.5 is going to give me 1.5. Then everything over 4, which should be equal to 1.5 plus 0.5 is to give me 2. Then 2 plus 0.5 is to give me 2.5. Then 2.5 plus 1.5 is going to give me 4. Then divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 is going to give me 1. So 4 is the mean deviation of this term, this data. So an option A is equal to 1. So this is continuing from question number 11, and the question read, at what rate a sum of 100 naira deposited for 5 years raise an interest of 7.5 naira. So, and we have this available option from A to D. So let us solve. And remember, this is simple interest, and simple interest formula. Simple interest is denoted as SI, which is equal to principal multiplied by rate multiplied by time, then over 100. So from the question, the simple interest is 7.5. So we substitute 7.5, which is equal to the principal, which is the sum of 100 naira. The principal is 100, then multiply by the rate. And remember, we are asked to calculate the rate. So we keep the rate constant, then multiply by time. The time is years, 5 years. So we are going to multiply by 5, then all over 100. 100 is constant from the formula. So from now, this 100 can cancel this 100. So we are going to have 7.5 will be equal to rate multiplied by 5 is going to give me 5 rate. So we divide both sides by 5 to eliminate this 5. So we divide both sides by 5. So this 5 will cancel this 5. So in the right answer, we are left with only R, which is rate will be equal to 7.5 divided by 5 is going to give me 1.5% rate. So this is my final answer. So if you check option from 1 to D, option C is the correct answer. Thanks for watching. So this is question number 13, Jamb 2021. So the question reads, simplify and express in standard form. So this is our expression. So what you need to do here, remember in Jamb, calculator is allowed. It's on the desktop, okay? So what you need to do here is just to multiply them, then divide your answer by the answer of the denominator, then we express it in standard form. So the first one, we are having 0.00275 multiplied by 0.064. So we are going to have a 0.00000176, then divided by 0.25 divided by 0.25 multiplied by 0.08 is going to give me 0.002. So what the next thing we are going to do now is to divide this by this. So we are having 0.000176 divided by 0.002. So we are going to have 0.0088. And remember, we are asked to express this in standard form. So in standard form, what we are going to move this point to the large number. So we are going to have 1, 2, 3. So we move this point to this place. So we are going to have, what is the number? 8.8 multiplied by 10. Then we move how many times? 1, 2, 3. Because we move from the left to the right, is going to be -3. So this is our answer. And if you check the option, so option C is the answer. So then to continue from question number 14, which read, simplify root 27 plus 3 over root 3. And the available option, we have option 1, option A to D. So let's simplify this. If you have root of 27, it can also be written as root of 9 multiplied by 3, because if you multiply 9 by 3 to give us 27, then plus 3 over root 3. So what we are going to do here, we are going to rationalize this denominator, which is root 3. Rationalize is that in the sense that this root 3, we are going to multiply it, then divided by root 3. So the next thing, we can went further to simplify this. Do you know that root 9 times 3 can also be written as root 9 multiplied by root 3? So we can separate them. So that root 9 is going to be 3. Then 3 multiplied by root 3 is going to give me 3 root 3. So we are having 3 root 3. Then plus 3 multiplied by root 3 is going to give me 3 root 3. Then over root 3 multiplied by root 3 is going to give me root 3 square. So, and this square will eliminate the square root. So we are going to have only 3. So, and you know this, we have 3 here as a numerator. So this 3 here will cancel this 3. And if you check this is root 3 and root 3. So they have the same common radicand. So we can add them together. 3 root 3 plus root 3 is going to give me 4 root 3. So this is my answer. So if you check option A to D, A is the correct answer, which is a 4 root 3. That's for question number 16 in Jamb 2021. Read, we are given 2 points P and Q. So point P, we have -6,1, then point Q 6,6 are the two ends of the diameter of a given cycle, and we're asked to calculate the radius. So this is the available option A to D. So to calculate the radius, a radius of a diameter, the formula is 1 over 2 diameter, which is half of a diameter. So the first thing we need to do is to calculate our diameter, and diameter is denoted as D, which is equal to square root of S2 minus S1 all square, then plus Y1 minus Y2 minus Y1 all square. So this is the formula. So from this question, this is my S1 Y1 and this is my S2 Y2. So let's substitute into this formula. So we are going to have a square root of my S2 from here, which is a 6. So we are going to have 6, then minus S1. S1 is -6, and negative it will be positive. So we are going to have positive 6 here, then all square, then plus Y2. Y2 is 6. So we are going to have 6, then minus Y1. Y1 is 1, then all square. So let us went further to simplify this. 6 plus 6 is going to give me 12. Then 12 square is going to give me 144. Then plus 6 minus 1 is going to give me 5. Then 5 square, it will be 25. So we are going to have 144 plus 25 is going to give me 169. And if you take the square root of 169, remember calculator is allowed in Jamb, it's on the desktop, okay? So square root of 169 is going to give me 13. So my diameter is 13. So let's substitute into this formula. Remember, we're asked to calculate the radius. So we should be equal to half of 13. So which should be equal to 1 multiplied by 13, it will be 13 divided by 2, which is equal to 6.5. So this is my answer, 6.5 units. So if you check the question, option A is the correct answer, which is 6.5. Number 17, which read the angle of a sector of a cycle radius 10.5 centimeter is 48 degrees, and we're asked to calculate the perimeter of the sector. So we are given this available option A to D. And remember, a sector is just a portion of a cycle. So and the formula used to calculate the perimeter of a sector, remember perimeter is denoted as capital P, which is equal to theta over 360 degree, then multiply by 2 pi r, then plus 2 multiplied by r, which r here implies the radius of the sector of a cycle, and the pi, remember pi is equal to 22 over 7. So let's substitute to the formula. My perimeter now will be equal to theta from the formula, which is the degree, is 48 degree, then over 360 degree, then multiply by 2, then multiply by pi, which is 22 over 7, then multiply, this is pi, 22 over 7, then multiply by the radius. The radius from the equation is, this is the radius, 10.5, so multiply by 10.5, then plus 2 multiplied by the radius again, which is 10.5. So this is what we have here. So let's simplify. So we are going to have this will be equal to, remember calculator is allowed in Jamb, it's on the desktop. So we have this degree will cancel degree, so we can multiply it direct since it's multiplication. So we have addition here, so we are going to have a 48 divided by 360, then multiply by 2 multiplied by 22 is going to give me 44, then multiply by 44 divided by 7, then multiply by 10.5, then plus 2 multiplied by 10.5. So it's going to give me 29.8. So this is the perimeter of the sector. So and the correct option is going to be option D, which is 29.8 centimeter. Question number 18, Jamb 2021 past question. And the question read, find the length of a rhombus whose diagonals are 6 centimeter and 8 centimeter, and we have given this available option A to D. So let us solve. So the first thing we need to do is to shape the rhombus. So on the shape we have something like this. This is the shape of a rhombus, and this shape, each side of this shape, they are equal to each other. So this is the rhombus, and from this they say the diagonal, the 6 centimeter and 8 centimeter. So this is the longest diagonal, it should be 8 centimeter. So remember, this is equal, this place is equal to this place, so we are going to have a 4 centimeter here, 4 centimeter here. So if you add them together, we are going to have 8 centimeter, and the other diagonal is 6 centimeter, so we are going to have 3 centimeter here, 3 centimeter here. So and they said we are looking for the length, and remember this length, they are equal to each other. So we can, if you see, we have a triangle here, so we can bisect this triangle out. So we are going to have like this side is is unknown, and this side is 4 centimeter and this side is 3 centimeter. So let us apply Pythagoras theorem to look for the value of s. So Pythagoras theorem, remember, s square will be equal to 4 square then plus 3 square. So we're going to have s square will be equal to 4 square is to give me 16, then plus 3 square, which is equal to 9. So s square will be equal to 16 plus 9 is going to give me 25. Then we take the square root of both sides. S now will be equal to square root of 25 is going to give me 5. So my answer is going to be 5. So therefore this side s is equal to 5. So each side is going to be 5, then 5. Then if we check our option, you see option B is 5 centimeters. So this is the correct option. This is question number 19. And the question read, each of the interior angles of a regular polygon is 140 degrees. How many sides has the polygon? And we are provided this option A to D. So let's solve. So, and remember, a regular polygon here is a type of polygon in which each interior angle they are equal. So we are going to apply this formula, n minus 2 into the bracket multiplied by 180, which is equal to n multiplied by the degree. From the question, a regular polygon is 140 degrees, so we are going to multiply by 140. So let's expand this bracket and simplify. So we are going to have 180 multiplied by n, it will give me 180n, then minus 180 multiplied by 2, it will give me 360, which is equal to n multiplied by 140, it's going to give me 140n. So let's combine the like terms. So we are going to have 180n, then this is going to cross the equality sign to change to negative 140n, which is equal to, taking this constant to the other side of the equation, it will be positive 360. So 180n minus 140n is going to give me 40n, which is equal to 360. And we are looking for the value of n. So let's divide both sides of this equation by 40, then 40, so that this will cancel this. So in the left hand side, we have left with only n, which is equal to 360 divided by 40 is going to give me positive 9. So this is my final answer. And if you check our option, I think option A is the answer, which is 9. 2021 past question. Question number 20. Read, a cylinder pipe made of the metal is 3 centimeters thick. If the internal radius of the pipe is 10 centimeters, find the volume of a metal used in making 3 meters of the pipe. And we have this available option A to D. So let us not waste time. Remember, the formula to calculate the volume of a metal is given as volume, is denoted as V is equal to pi multiplied by radius square, then multiplied by h. So this is the formula. From here, and they say we are asked to calculate volume of a metal using making 3 meters of the pipe. And the radius of the pipe is given in centimeters. So we are going to convert this 3 meter to centimeter. So how we're going to do is just to multiply this 3 by 100. It's going to give me 300 centimeter. That is from 3 meter to centimeter. So the next thing we need to do, let us substitute into the formula V, which is volume, is not equal to pi, is constant, then multiply by radius square. And remember, what we are going to do here, we are given 2 radius, which is the external. They say a cylinder pipe made up of a metal is 3 centimeters thick. This is the external radius, and the internal radius is 10 centimeters. So we are going to add both the external radius and the internal radius together first, then we minus the internal radius. So we are going to have a 3 plus 10, 3 centimeters here, which is external, plus the internal is going to give me 13. And remember, the formula have square, then minus the internal, which is 10 centimeters. So you put square here because of the formula, then multiply by h, and my h is 300 centimeter. So let us simplify this. We are going to have pi multiplied by 13 square is going to give me 169. Then minus 10 square is 100. Remember, your calculator is allowed. Then everything multiplied by 300. So volume now will be equal to pi into 169 minus 100 is going to give me 69. Then multiply by 300, which will be equal to, remember, calculator is allowed. So we are going to have pi multiplied by 69 multiplied by 300 is going to give me 20,700. So pi multiplied by 20,700 is also 20,700 pi. So this is the volume of this question. And remember, the SI unit of volume is centimeter cube. So the correct answer is option number D, 20,700 pi centimeter cube. Thanks for watching. And this is question number 21, which read, the locus of a point which moves so that it is equidistant from two intersecting straight lines is the, this is the question. So the option, we have option A to D. So what this question implies, they say the locus of a point which moves so that it's equidistant from two intersecting straight lines. So this is two intersecting straight lines. So we have, this is two intersecting straight line. So and the question says so that it is equidistant from two intersecting straight lines. So this is the equidistance of these two straight lines. So if you look at this line, there is another line that bisects these two angles. So this is the interpretation of this question. So if you look at the option, the correct option is the angle bisectors of two lines, because we have two angles here. So B is the correct option in this number 21. Number 23. And the question read, the mean of 10 positive number is 16. When another number is added, the mean become 18. Find the 11th number. And we have provided this available option A to D. So let's solve. And remember, to get the mean of a number is the summation of the term divided by the number in that term. So and this question says the mean of 10 positive number. So we can say let the mean, let the number be A. So the number represented by A. Then A divided by the number of the term, which is a 10 positive number, is going to be 10, is equal to 16. So from the question. So and the question went further to say when another number is added. So we are going to add another number to this 10 positive number, unknown 10 positive number. So we are going to have another equation. A plus, we can say let another number we added be represented by B, then over, since we add another number to this 10 positive number, it's now become 11, which is equal to, let's say the mean become 18. So this is 18. Then find the 11th number. So this is the 11th number we added. So we are going to look for the value of this B. So we have two equations. So we can, how are we going to do? Let us find the value of A from this first equation. To get A, we can cross multiply. 1 multiplied by A is going to give me A, which is equal to 10 multiplied by 16. It will give me 160. So this is the value of my A. So let's substitute to this equation. We are going to have 160 plus B in place of A over 11 is equal to 18. So let us cross multiply. 18 over 1 is the same as 18. So 1 multiplied by the whole of this, it will give me 160 plus B, which is equals to 11 multiplied by 18 is going to give me 198. So let me make B, which is the 11th number, the subject of the formula. So I'm going to have 198. Then taking this 160 to the other side to be negative 160. Therefore, B now will be equal to 198 minus 160 is going to give me 38. So this is 38 is the 11th number. Now if you look at our option D, is 38, which is the correct question. Number 25, which read, find the probability that a number selected at random from 41 to 56 is a multiple of 9. And we have provided this available option A to D. So this is probability. So let's solve this question. Let's say that a number selected at random from 41 to 50. So let us get our sample space from 41 to 56. So we have 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, then 53, 54, 55, and the last one, which is 56. So this is my sample space from number 41 to 56. And we're asked to find the probability that a number selected from 41 to 56 is a multiple of 9. So what do? You carry your calculator and start check which number can be divisible by 9 without any remainder. So 41 cannot be divisible by 9. You check one after the other. So if you divide 45 by 9, it can be divided without any remainder. And that's only two numbers here. And the second number is 54. It can also be divisible by 9 without any remainder. So we have two numbers. Then all over the total number of this term. So we have from 41, let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 16 number. So this fraction can also be break. 2 can go into 2 one time, then 2 can go into 16 8 times. So this is my answer, 1/8. And if you check, option A is the correct answer. Question number 26. And the question read, Musa borrow 10 naira at 2% per month simple interest and repay 8 naira after 4 months. How much does he still owe? So this is a simple interest question, and we have provided this available option A to D. So, and remember, a simple interest is denoted as SI, which is equal to P multiplied by R multiplied by T over 100, where P here means the principal, R means the rent, and T is time. So let us find the simple interest in this question. So we have SI will be equal to principal. This is the money that Musa borrowed, which is 10 naira. So we are going to have 10, then multiply by the rate. At what rate? So we have 2% rate. Then multiply by 2, then multiply by time. So 4 months is my time here. Multiply by 4, then over 100 is constant. So we are going to have simple interest will be 10 multiplied by 2 is 20, then 20 multiplied by 4 is going to give me 80 over 100. So if you divide 80 by 100, it's going to give me 0.8. So 0.8 is the simple interest. And remember, the initial amount that Musa borrowed is 10 naira. So we're going to add this 10 to 0.8. So we have 10 naira. This is the actual amount is borrowed, and this is the interest is going to pay. So we're going to have 10 plus 0.8 is going to give me 10.8 naira. And remember, the question say, and repay 8 naira after 4 months. So already Musa have repaid 8 naira. So we are going to subtract this 8 naira from the total money Musa to pay. So we are going to have 10.8, which is the actual money he's supposed to pay, then minus 8 naira that he repay after 4 months, which is 8. So 10.8 minus 8 is going to give me 2.8. So this is the money that is left that Musa is going to pay. So the correct answer is option D, which is 2.80. Question number 30, Jamb 2021 past question. So and the question read, if g of s is equal to s squared plus 3s, find g of s plus 1 minus g of s. So, and we have provided this available option A to D. So let us solve. So g of s plus 1. So we are asked to find g of s plus 1 minus g of s. So let us get our g of s plus 1, and we have g of s already from the question. G of s plus 1 imply anywhere we see s from g of s, we are going to add 1 because of g of s plus 1. So we are going to have, this is s squared, it's going to be s plus 1 all square, then plus 3, then we add 1 to this s, it will be s plus 1. So this is my g of s. So let us simplify the g of s. Then remember, don't forget to minus it from your g of s, because the question say we should minus g of s plus from g of s plus 1. So let us first simplify this. This can also be written as s plus 1 multiplied by s plus 1. Then plus, let us open this bracket, we have 3s, then 3 multiplied by 1 is going to give me 3. So this, let us expand this bracket. So we are going to have s multiplied by s, it will be s squared. Then s multiplied by 1 is going to give me positive 1s. Then 1 multiplied by s is also going to give me s. So if you add these two s, it's going to give me 2s. Then plus 1 multiplied by 1 is going to give me 1. Then you have plus 3s plus 3. So the next thing we are going to do, let us combine the like term. So we are going to have s squared. We have 2s plus 3s is going to give me 5s. Then 1 plus 3 is going to give me 4. So minus, remember our g of s, which is s squared plus 3s. So we are going to have into the bracket of s squared plus 3s. So we're going to use this negative to open this bracket. I'll have s squared plus 5s plus 4. Negative multiplied by s squared to give me negative s squared. Then negative multiplied by 3s is to give me negative 3s. So from here, if you look at this is positive s squared and this is negative s squared, they can cancel. So we are going to have 5s 5s minus 3s is going to give me 2s, then plus 4. So this is the only thing that remains. 5s and 3s is 2s, then 4, this is the 4. We have the answer is 2s plus 4. And if you look at the option, there is no 2s plus 4. So we can wait further to factorize. You know, 2 is common in between these two terms. So we factor out 2, we open bracket. This place will remain s, because 2 into 2 is 1. Then 1 multiplied by s, it will be s. Then 2 into 4 is going to be positive 2. So this is my final answer. 2 into bracket of s plus 2. And if you look at the option B, have 2 into the bracket of s plus 2. So this is question number 31 in Jamb 2021. So the question read, factorize m cubed minus m squared plus 2m minus 2. And we are provided this available option from A to D. So let us factorize. So we have m cubed minus m squared, then plus 2m minus 2. So what we are going to do here, if you look at this, this is m cubed and this is m squared, and this is 2m and this is minus m. So we are going to group them, then we factorize them separately. If you look at m cubed and m squared, what is common here? M squared is common because m squared can go into itself without remainder, and it can also go into m cubed. So we are going to factor out m squared out. So this place will remain m, only m. Then minus, everything here is outside already, so it will be 1. So that if you expand this, it will give us this. Then plus, if you look at this, 2 is common, okay? So we factor 2 out, then we open bracket. This place will remain m, then minus, this place will remain 1. So if you look at the bracket, they have the same common thing in the bracket. So we are going to pick one of the brackets. So first of all, this is m squared plus 2. Let us pick the one outside the bracket, then we pick one of this bracket. So we are going to have m squared plus 2. That is from here and here. Then we pick one of the bracket, which is m minus 1. So this is the factorization of this thing. If you expand this, you still get the same thing. So, and the correct answer here is option D, which is m squared plus 2 second bracket is m1 m minus 1. Thanks for watching. And question number 33, which read, what is the n term of the sequence 2, 6, 12, 20 and so on? And we are given the available option A to D. So this is sequence, and remember the value of my n starts from 1, 2, 3, then and so on to n term. So what you need to do here, we don't need to waste time here. You start checking. Option A say 4n minus 2. So this is option A, 4n minus 2. So we're going to plug in the first value of our n, which is 1. If you plug in 1 here, 4 multiplied by 1 is equals to 4, then minus 2, it will give us 2, which is correct. Then plug in 2. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. 8 minus 2 is 6, is also correct. So plug in 3. 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. 12 minus 2 is equal to 10. So it failed at n is equal to 3. So option A is not correct. So let's see option B, which say 3 to the power of n minus 1. So plug in 1 here. 1 minus 1 is 0. 3 to the power of 0 is 1. Then 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 is going to give me 2, which is correct. So at n is equal to 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Then 3 to the power of 1 is 3. Then 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, is also correct. At n is equal to 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 to the power of 2 is 9. Then 2 multiplied by 9 is 18. It failed at n is equal to 3. So option B is not correct. So let's check option C. We say n squared plus n. If you plug in 1 here, 1 square is 1. Then 1 plus n, which is 1, is equal to 2, is correct. So at n is equal to 2. 2 square is 4. Then 4 plus 2 is going to give me 6. It's also correct. So let's check for n is equal to 3. 3 square is 9. Then 9 plus 3, which is n, is going to give me 12. It's also correct. So then let's check at n is equal to 4. 4 square here is 16. Then 16 plus 4 is going to give me 20. So if you continue, this is the correct answer, which is option number C. Thanks for 6. And the question read, find s if log s to the base of 9 is equal to 1.5. So we have available option A to D. So we don't need to waste time here. So we have a log s to the base of 9 is equal to 1.5. So what you do here, we have log s to the base of 9 will be equal to 1.5, can also be written as 3 over 2. It will give me 1.5. But if you recall the law of your logarithm, if you have something like this, it can also be written as 9 to the power of 3 over 2 is equal to s, according to law of logarithm, since we are looking for the value of s. So we are going to have, since 3 is over 2, so we are going to have square root of 9 all to the power of 3 is equal to s. So what you do here, square root of 9 is going to give me 3. So I'll have a 3 in the bracket, then raised to the power of 3 is equal to s. So 3 raised to the power of 3 means 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 into 3 times is equal to s. And 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. Then 9 multiplied by 3 is to give me 27 is equal to s. So this is the value of my s. So you need to recall your law of logarithm. So which is 27, which is option A. Thanks for watching and follow me for more.